Hello friends, welcome. It's Big Dano Plays. We're playing some more Kingdom Death. I know everyone's thrilled to bits. I certainly am. I've been assembling my new KDM girls that I picked up from Gen Con. Thanks again to Bra Mithra, to Mum Ford with an E, for helping a little Aussie battler pick up some cool new toys to play with. We're trying my painting glasses tonight actually. We'll see how this goes. I'm not sure this is a good idea. These are a bit stronger, I think. So these might not be the go, but we'll try it out. I don't feel like walking to the other room to getting my glasses. Campaign's going well. We're on Lantern Year 10. We had a couple little frustrating moments in the last episode where one guy who I didn't want to roll a 10 rolled a 10, and the other three people who I did want to roll a 10 failed. But aside from that, it's all going well. X Mask. Yeah, I started. When did I start it? It was like a week ago. Models from Gen Con turned up, so that is awful. Whatever that drink is. Marcy and I just buy drinks from the shop whenever we see something on special. This is a lightly sparkling pineapple drink. It's atrocious. Hello Destruction. Hello JJX Burn. Morning Jim. Morning to you. Yep, love this game. If you've not watched it, the later on we get into the campaign, the more elaborate and the more complex things get. So probably not the best of times to start watching a campaign if you've never watched it. Actually, my friend from another YouTube channel, his name's Slicker Drips. He actually just started a campaign on his channel, and he is probably a great person to watch if you're wanting to learn the game. He does a much better job of explaining how the game works and all that sort of stuff. So he's actually just released the first episode to the public, and members have access to the second episode of his campaign. I'm not sure how much of a campaign he'll get through because he's just got a young daughter, new baby. In the geez, I don't know, it's probably been like 10 months now that happened. I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you how old. Anyway, and this game requires quite a lot of time. So, but it's really cool. It's cool to see someone else love the game, want to record the game. It's a mammoth game to try and record. Here's one of the angles that I use. Here's another angle that I use. Here's another angle that I use. So yeah, pretty elaborate. I love you too, JJX Burn. Thank you. What did I do to warrant that though? So we're fighting against, in this People of the Stars campaign, we are playing against a level 2 Sunstalker this year. So level 2 Sunstalker is a bit of a pivotal one. You need to fight this guy twice to get specific things that you want to craft. So I might just show that off actually. So yeah, so the crafting for this guy's gear, we want to definitely craft his full set of armor. So to make the jacket, you need nothing special. Make the skirt, you need nothing special. And to make the sleeves, you need nothing special. Great. But if you want to make this denticle axe, you need a 1,000-year sunspot. You only get that from defeating a level 2. To make this inkblood bow, you need a 3,000-year sunspot. And you only get that by defeating a level 3. So you need to defeat a level 3. Good morning, Simon. The ink sword is also the 3,000. So to be able to make both of those things in a campaign, you have to fight 2 level 3s. And then another one is the Skleever. So that requires 2 level 2s. So this is the one that I'm keen to try for. Level 2 Skleever. because one of the things you can pick up in this game is seed patterns, and I picked up a seed pattern called the Shadow Scleaver. So we need to make a Scleaver, and we need to have a Shadow Ink gland and a Stink gland, and then we need to have Suppressed Shadow. Suppressed Shadow, very hard to get. We don't think we actually have any way to get it at this point in time. No IRs for the Sunstalker yet. But it's fun. So we'll go over here. So this is the hunt phase track for the Sunstalker. Cheeky little level 2. And I'll just, I just dropped a card. I'll just go to the timeline. Hey, Match Fixer. So yeah, next Lantern Year, we're getting Necrotoxic Mistletoe, but I do not have Sculpture. I almost guarantee that when we innovate next year, it'll be Sculpture, and that'll be very aggravating, but there it is. So this year and next year, I'm hoping will be level 2 Sunstalkers, and then the following year, we'll probably go for level 3 Smoggos, and that will then give us access to a beautiful musical instrument. If you haven't seen this campaign, I am playing a Barbarian campaign. So every single one of my characters is wielding an instrument. There is beginning to be more and more support for this type of approach in the game. However, there is one gigantic negative when you do that, which is if you roll a Hunt Event 10, your entire party is wiped out. It happened 2 Lantern Years ago. My entire party got wiped out. Wasn't my favourite. Anyway, 4 excellent survivors going out in this Lantern Year. I'm taking out Brittany Reincarnated, and she is in red, not yellow. Brittany, baby, one more time. So that's Brittany. She's wearing Rawhide. She has the Sleeping Virus Flower, which gives her +1 luck. She has an innate luck. She's got strength 4, and she's rocking a guitar. She's just a crazy, crazy character. She's got specialization 6 on guitar weapon proficiency. She's been a behemoth. So yeah, she's really, really good. Buster Rhymes, reincarnated, noble reincarnated, is also, yeah, there is actually a weapon where there's a dude with a saxophone with an axe on it. It's called a sax. S-A-X-E. It's the best. Hello, Valenthorn. Thank you for trying to catch up on the streams. I appreciate you. Adelaide, I'm heading there in a few months' time for work. Maybe we'll play some Kingdom Death when I come down. This guy's got 1 more weapon mastery point, and he will get one of these 2 constellations, which is what we're aiming for in this campaign. He's got some incredible fighting arts. Fencing is amazing. Fated Blow is amazing. Yeah, he's just an absolute animal. So there you go. The artist formerly known as Prince Noble Reincarnated. One of the things that can happen in this game is your characters can have to take on a new name. This character was originally called Prince and was forced to rename himself. So he's become the artist formerly known as Prince, and Noble and Reincarnated are surnames that you go for in this campaign. So that's where that is. Yeah, very, very good. And then we're also using the Drifter, Death Drifter, who is a Wanderer. So yeah, everyone's cool. I'm so happy that we got to rename Prince. It's just the most epic thing. We've also got Chris Brown and Rihanna. I haven't taken them out on a hunt together yet. Guaranteed there would be a murder. All right. No, we shouldn't laugh about that. So, we'll go over here. We've got a golden dagger, the Hunter Viewer, Brittany Reincarnated. She's going to flip a Lantern 10. We snatch up the dagger. No one else may know. Gain the Secretive Disorder and the Obsession rare gear. I do not really want Obsession right now. I haven't named anyone Elvis. That's a good name. Is Obsession cursed? I can't remember if it's cursed. If it is, we have to take it. Are you cursed, obsession? Nope, selfish and sentient. Hey Gian, so this is the dagger in question. So it's weapon, melee, dagger, gold, metal, other. When you have 8 or more pieces in your gear grid that share the same keyword, it gains deadly 3. Oh, thanks JJ Expert. You definitely didn't need to do that, but I appreciate it. Deadly 3 is strong. I would not be unhappy with a deadly 3 weapon. We just need to get metal. We need to get a whole set of metal. I don't think we get metal. That's tricky. And I have to give up a weapon to do this. That's the problem. Give up an item. I could give up the luck charm. I can remake that relatively easily. I don't want to give up my energy drum. All right, let's do that. We'll give up the luck charm to gain obsession. That's dumb. Well, I guess it would be nice if I could touch your body. Oh, it does mean that, doesn't it? Yeah, that's cool. We don't have any other gears. I know not everybody's got a body like you. All right, so I'm going to archive that from the Hunt event deck, and we will replace it with that. The next one is a Sunstalker Hunt event. We have black to blue. So this is such a classic Hunt event card. Do you remember that thing that happened on the internet where everyone was trying to figure out what color this dress was, whether it was gold and white or black and blue? It's like, just, or whatever the colors were. It's classic. There's a blue and gold and black, whatever. This card is that thing. You notice your clothes have changed colours. This clearly must be a sign you are near the entity you seek. However, not everyone agrees that the colours have indeed changed. Roll on the table. What a classic guide pooch is to turn this into a card. 5. If there is a survivor in the group with 4 or more red affinities, they lead everyone away. Roll a random hunt event. There is not a survivor with 4 or more, so... Wasn't that a wild time on the internet, hey? All right, heliophobia. You begin, if any survivor has the emotionless disorder, the artist formerly known as Prince does have emotionless. So we have a very logical discussion and the event ends. Well done. Another random event, or a random event, I should say. 66th! Hunt event 66. What's that? Statue is 65, so the double ones are usually bad. Forbidden word. There is a great rush of air. A booming inhuman voice declares a single word in an unknown language. For an instant, the survivors all understand. All non-deaf survivors gain 1 understanding and suffer 1 brain damage. So, gain 1 understanding for everyone. And then suffer a brain damage. Madonna. No. So then anyone who's insane, which is the bottom 3, is going to gain a disorder. Okay, so 1 disorder for you. You're picking up brain. You cannot surge or concentrate. That one is awful. Buster Rhymes cannot surge. All right, we're going to get rid of ichnophobia. So that is on Prince. Do we have other? You can't activate the Vespertine bow. Oh my god, that is tragic. That's tragic. Drifter, have a disorder. Performance anxiety. Well, that one's fine. Oof, can't activate my Vespertine bow. Ridiculous behaviour from this guy. 3-0. 30. Rotten faces. Each survivor rolls 1d10. So we'll start with Brittany reincarnated. Brittany rolls a 6. You escape without incident. Buster Rhymes. Buster rolls a 4. He must spend a survival to escape. Good morning, Timberwolf. Hello. How are you? Next person gains a 7, which is you escape without incident. And Drifter rolls a 7. He escapes without incident. Very good. We are on to Overwhelming Darkness. We have Song of the Brave, so everyone can just roll on this table. I know this table off the top of my head. So we'll start with Brittany, reincarnated. Brittany rolls a 2. That's gain a -1 accuracy token. We can discard that when we reach the hunt. Morning, Websy. I'm always wonderful, mate. 5. Everyone gains a survival, and that person gains a -1 evasion token, but they can discard that at the hunt. Next person rolls a 5, which is the same. So gain a survival, gain a survival. I appreciate it. And that's an 8, which is suffer 1 event damage to the arms. Cool. One more Sunstalker event. We have Empty Pool. You may nominate a survivor with Sunspot Lantern to investigate. We do not have a survivor with Sunspot Lantern. Destruction. How did I get into Kingdom Death? We've just rolled Gambler. So I'm not allowed to talk for the duration of this event. However, we will ignore that rule for the purposes of streaming, and I'll answer your question before I start the rolling. So, my friend Sheldon was one of the guys who bought into the original Kingdom Death Kickstarter in 2015. And at the time, I was heavily into War Machine. I wasn't really into board games as much as I am now. And he got the game and he was like, "Oh, Dano, you'll really like this game. I think you'll like these models." And I said, "Okay, man, cool." And then we never did anything about it. But he invited me over one day around COVID. So during COVID in Brisbane, it was pretty relaxed. We didn't have very many COVID cases for a long, long time. So we actually didn't have a lockdown really. We occasionally had some snap lockdowns. Anyway, irrelevant to the story. Sheldo said, "Come play Kingdom Death with me." We've been playing Arkham Horror campaign. And he's like, "I really want you to try Kingdom Death." So I said, "Sure." So I played it that night. We played a hunt against the lion, a hunt against the antelope. We did 3 Lanterneers that night. And I went home and looked online to buy a copy. I found a copy on eBay from a dude in Brisbane. It might not have been eBay, actually, it might have been my board game site. Anyway, I bought it the next day. Went to his house, drove to his house, picked it up. And then I spent the next 2.5 weeks painting all the models from that box that I got, which was all the expansions of Death 1, 1.5, updated stuff, everything. And that's been it. I've been hooked since 2020. I've bought everything ever. And all of my monsters are painted, which is really cool. I really love it. Cool. All right, let's do some gambler rolls. So the first person is Brittany. Brittany stops. Next person is Buster. Buster gains a luck. Buster gets a luck. The artist formerly known as Prince rolls a 4. Prince will stop. And Drifter rolls a 9. Oh, hang on a second. Oh my god, I've got otherworldly luck on Brittany. So she just keeps rolling until she gets a 10. She literally cannot fail that. So she just gains a permanent luck. Oh, fuck. It is a fantastic game. Yeah, it is a. I don't think there's any game like it, to be honest. It is a. It is a all-encompassing game that hits so many great things for me. I actually on yesterday, literally yesterday, there was a War Machine tournament in a Teams event with all my friends that I've played with and known for years, that I stay with at CanCon every year. And we just went down to the tournament to see him, and everyone was asking if I was getting back into War Machine. I was like, no, 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 no. It looked cool, but yeah, I don't think I'm in that headspace anymore. you know, you need to sort of be wholly focused. Anyway, because I was a very competitive player when it came to miniature war games, you know, I played uh, the Guild Ball World Championships. I played and that was in the UK in Leeds. I played the Iron Gauntlet World Finals twice in Seattle, and I played that's War Machine. I played the War Machine World Team Championships 3 times. That was in Austria and Poland and Ireland. And then I also played in the Warhammer ETC team for Australia, 2009, 2010, 2011. So I've been a hyper competitive miniature wargamer for a very long time, and it just takes a lot of dedication. I think, you know, the way my brain works, I'm very, very good at picking up rules and picking up things. So um, yeah, I could probably pick up War Machine again pretty easily. I think I was very, very good, but yeah, I came second at the Iron Gauntlet final twice. 2 years in a row, I was second in the final of the Iron Gauntlet World Championships for the best player in the world. Which one of the monsters is my favourite visual design? The Sparrow Goblin would probably be my favourite, actually. He hasn't even been released yet, but I got him in a naked bundle. He's an incredible model. Maybe Dragon King. Yeah, I'll say it's Sparrow Goblin. I do have, yeah, I've been working on a game for a few years. It's just a little project I do, and it's probably part of the problem with me in general is that I just do things because I'm excited, and then I'll stop for a while, and then I'll do it again. And my passion for the game of designing it ebbs and flows, and so at some point I'm sure I'll finish it. It's one of my little goals, but I don't want to put any pressure on myself. It's just my whole hobby is all about how can I have the most fun with my life, which I think is a cool goal to have. We make it to the hunt, we make it to the showdown, I should say. So I've set up the monster already. Here he is. And we are going for a level 2. And a level 2 has 9 basics. Hey, Conrad. Thank you, mate. I'm glad you enjoyed it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If you had any questions that I didn't answer, feel free to let me know. I'm happy to answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This guy's got a lot of wounds. What's his toughness? Toughness 12. Am I actually equipped to handle this? Not now that my character can't shoot the Vespertine freaking bow. Changi Airport is quite nice now. When I got there, I had 4 hours on the first leg, and on the way back I had 60 minutes. So I have a butterfly room. You can go in and walk around a little butterfly place. It's pretty nice. I like it. Yeah, I like Singapore Airport actually. I fly Singapore Airlines quite a lot because you can book exit rows. All right. So we've got Drifter, who's got a high innate evasion. So we're hoping that Drifter's going to be the target. I've set him up to be the closest. Drifter's also going to be my salt collector. So Drifter's going to run and grab some salt from the things. He's going to dash, dash, dash. Dasharoo. Then he's going to come in swinging because he's got an awesome weapon. So we'll just apply our arrival bonuses. Brittany. All right, so Brittany has Rhythm Chaser, gains an evasion. Perfect. Rawhide, gains an evasion. Now gains a luck from the Vespertine thing. This is just a normal survivors campaign, my friend. Yeah, normal regular survivors. Hyperlight Drifter seems to be quite good. I'm just trying to figure out why we've got 3 evasion here. I know why, because it automatically gives you one for Rhythm Chaser. That's cool. No, no, no. Very good. So she's all good to go. So I basically got a surge to give someone else a surge. That's pretty nice. Buster Rhymes. Regal Edge, yes. Doesn't gain luck, gives everyone else a luck, but has a luck there. Has 2 strength, he's an animal. Devastating, you cannot surge, that sucks. Artist formerly known as Prince can't do anything. We're just going to be encouraging. Awful. Unbreakable's nice. Superstitious. Oh, we needed to get this bow spec, man. That sucks so bad. Alright, you got a luck, but you're not going to be able to attack unless you attack with Fist and Tooth, so be it. And then Drifter gains a luck because of the Vespertine Cello. So I've got Severing Twilight, which is deadly. So this is now critting on 6s. Yeah, so what happened was we flipped a disorder for the artist formerly known as Prince called Superstitious. And this is one of the things that happens in a hunt. You'll get a few disorders, and some of them are quite bad. There's one called Vestophobia, where you rip off your body armor and archive it, which is one of the few ways you lose gear. It's awful. But this one is you cannot activate or depart with other gear in your gear grid. And as you can see, the Vespertine bow has other as one of its keywords. So nothing wrong with the gear. All I need to do is clear that disorder. If we gain another disorder, because you're only allowed to have 3, we can replace that, so that's okay. But generally, and there is other ways to clear disorders from your endeavors when you get home. I've got a guy who's blind twice. Should have given it Stevie Wonder. That's a good one. I can't believe we haven't used Stevie Wonder yet. All right, let's kick off. So this is our first AI card. We have Sun Stare. The closest threat, it is Drifter. He's going to intimidate. Suffers 5 brain damage and is knocked down. Drifter. That is a punishing turn of events. In addition, they suffer that Sun token damage that ignores armor to every hit location. What? It is very superstitious. Writings on the wall. In addition, so we actually don't have anything on the solar flare track at the moment, so that's no damage to every hit location, which is nice. Cool. So that's it. Drifter's knocked down. Alright, I'm going to start with the artist formerly known as Prince Noble Reincarnated, who is going to encourage to stand up Drifter. Because of the Rawhide Drum, everyone gets +2 strength tokens because of the drum. It's not because of the drum, but here's the combination. We've got the Uproarious ability, which says you may spend an additional +1 survivor when you encourage. If you do, affected survivors gain +2 strength tokens until the end of the round. Rawhide Drum, inspirational drumming. When you perform encourage, all non-deaf survivors are affected. It's actually not Brittany. Brittany is deaf, isn't she? Ah, you suck, Brittany. That's alright, you're critting on 4s or something ridiculous. And actually, this guy can't gain +1 strength tokens either because it's because he's got emotionless. He's not attacking anyway. If he attacks, it's going to be because of luck. Okay, let's have a look. So objectives for this hunt phase or this showdown: must get the salt, and must try and have my guy with the Regal Edge be the one who does all the damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He can get into position. The question is, how do I do it so that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's going to get to there. She's not going to be able to attack because her Qatar is low, but we can use Drifter actually. So Drifter, his special rules, Drifter. After performing dash on a 5+, you may immediately perform another dash, ignoring round limits. On a 10+, you may perform the dash without spending survival. So we can also, you may dash one additional time per round. So we can double dash every turn, and then on a 5+, we can triple dash, and you can keep doing that. So let's do this. Let's do Drifter. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then he's going to dash. He's going to spend a survival. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'll then roll a 5+. He rolls a 10, so he can do another dash for free. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's done a dash, so he rolls again. He rolls a 5, so he can spend a survival to do this dash. He's going to get to over here, and he's going to harvest that salt. He can't surge, so this is all he can do, but he harvests that salt and grabs us the first of our salt. Then he's going to spend a survival to dash, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's going to roll dice. He rolls a 1, so he can't get a freebie, can't get another dash. Pretty good. Cool. We're going to have a solar flare happening, which is bad. Interesting. JJ Xburn, did you just become a member of the stream? You're a crazy guy. Don't need to do that. Please. We're just here for toys. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay, Drifter's done. Nothing special there. Dashed for sure. So the only option I think I've got now is to... Am I just not doing an attack this turn? Or do I risk it? Risk it for the biscuit and trigger Not in Darkness. Yeah, we might do that. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5. Let's have an attack. So you've got Regal Edge hitting on a 2+. 2 hits. And that required a dash. Cool. Yeah, let's have a look at our 2 cards. We have a Reflex and a Reflex. Turn the monster to face the attacker. If you're in darkness, rotate the sundial 90 degrees clockwise. We're not in darkness in either of those instances. So this guy can crit pretty easily. He's got 2 luck, so this is going to crit on an 8+. And we'll wound. We've got sharp as well, so this is strength 6 plus 2 is 8. So we're 8, and we're wounding. We need to roll 4. We need to roll 4 on 2 dice to wound. This is good. It's a critical. Gain a random Sunstalker. Oh, sorry, we use Fated Blow, so we do 2 wounds. I should have done that in my first attack, definitely. Fated Blow! Destruction. The salt is a requirement of a lot of the crafting things in the gear. Tom J, I have, I would say, 5 Gambler Showdowns recorded on my channel. It would definitely be at least 5. It might be more. I've also done one with a normal Ark Survivors. My last campaign against the Gambler, or a couple of campaigns ago, I tried to do... Oh, stink lung. I tried to do normal Ark Survivors against the Gambler. And I did. I was successful. It was glorious. That's another 9. 2 criticals. Roll 1d10 if the result is equal to or less than your courage. We roll a 2. It is equal to or less than our courage. We find peace in the unknown and we gain monster level survival. That's a great turn from Buster Rhymes. He's done 3 wounds to start us off. Oh, that was a persistent injury too. Yeah, the very first time I play the showdown against the gambler is it's wild. There's so many cool things that happen. Okay, we're gonna do Brittany. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Brittany will swing with the Lion Beast guitar. So she has dashed. Hey, in parting. She gains that survival back with her rawhide set. And then she'll roll to hit. She hits once. There is a critical location, and she crits on a 3+, maybe even a 2+. She rolls a 9. Gain a Sunshark Fin Sunstalker resource. Chunks of gore fly into the air, casting a momentary shadow. You are in darkness until the end of this attack. Sunshark Fin. Okay, so she will surge. Yeah, she's the best survivor right now. So both of those have gained weapon proficiency points. These guys are going to be my main damage dealers, I think. Swinging again. 8s, 2 8s, that's 2 hits. That's a first strike light bending. And that's a light speed, so that goes automatically first. Discard this card. Oh my god! This has have to be the first time this has happened. We've got a positive benefit for death. Rotate the sundial clockwise until the attacker is in the light. Discard this card without attempting to wound. Light bending. If you're in the light, suffer 1 damage to 2 hit locations and then move the monster 1 space away, cancelling all hits out of range. So we don't get to do any damage there. 1 damage to 2 hit locations. We get the belt and the hands. The goggles! They do nothing! Alright, well that would have been the same for Regal Edge guy anyway. Reach in this campaign is very good. We've got a Celestial Spear which has reach, which will be really good when we get some constellations. Strength 9, pretty good. Okay, this stupid idiot with the bow who can't even shoot the bow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll do. Drift is done. That's our turn. We flip. Sun Shark Bite. The furthest threat in shadow, there is none. So we're then going to go for the furthest survivor. Haha, Slicker Drifts. Yeah, good. I'm glad you subscribed. He's an amazing guy. He's done some incredible playthroughs over the years. Has a very similar taste to me with games, and I just love the way he speaks. You know, he's just so calm, and he's just got such a lovely twang to his voice. I love Tom. He's very kind to himself as well, which is always an important thing, I think. If the target is in shadow, they are doomed. This is bad. This guy's speed is crazy. The damage 10. All right. Well, I don't think we want to be doomed here. I think we want to have an attack. All right. So this is on the artist formerly known as Prince. So it doesn't say move and attack, does it? It just says furthest threat, furthest survivor. So this is just place monster adjacent to the target. Right. Crazy. So we'll just place him like this. Which is going to work for us a little bit because we've got people in shadow. Oh, wrong button, Deno. Now, someone in shadow. All right. So this is a 2-speed attack because we're a level 2 Sunstalker, so we have +1 speed and +1 damage. These hit on a 2+. Our evasion is 2, so these hit on a 4. So 1 and a 2. However, the guy attacks again. If the target is in the light, there is an afterbite. Attack the target one more time. 7 and a 4. 2 hits. Our singing cap allows us to ignore one hit, and then we will dodge this hit with the artist formerly known as Prince Noble. So the shades are put onto the board against the level 3. At the start of the showdown with monochrome, you perform Shadows of Darkness. Shadows of Darkness is a trait. Whenever you trigger it, it says place one shade in the shadow of each terrain tile. So that will trigger 6 at worst, 4 at best, because if you harvest the salt, then you get rid of the those 2 salt terrain tiles. So yeah, so you start with them, but it does sometimes trigger them from this. Okay, so that's 2 cards on the Solar Flare track. The problem with this now is this is going to trigger a Solar Flare. It says all survivors in the light suffer monster level +2 damage and are knocked down. Archive all their flammable gear. So we definitely need Brittany to not be in the light. Place cards in the solar track face up in the discard pile. Rotate the sun 90 degrees clockwise. All right. So let's just do Drifter first. We'll go grab the salt. So you'll go to here, archive the salt. We'll grab the salt, I should say. And then he's going to dash on a 5+. He gets to dash again. Nope. Drifter also goes to max survival at the start of his act. So he's done a dash, that's 1 dash, and then he will dash again using his second dash for the round on a 5+. Yep, he gets to dash again, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then can he roll it a 3rd time? No, you idiot, Drifter. Okay. KDM is designed for multiple players. Sorry, Tom, let me show you the card, mate. Let me show you the card. You are correct that in Doomed you can't do that. But yeah, it's if the target is in shadow, you're doomed. So one of the things about Kingdom Death is you have 4 survivors on the board at any time, but it's common for survivors to die. So as fun as it is to play with multiple players, and I have played a few games with 4 and a few campaigns with 2, playing with 4 just runs this risk of someone dying and just not having anything to do for the night. So I don't rate it as a 4-player game. I think it's best at 2. Each person plays 2 survivors, and then if someone dies, you've still got stuff to do. Balances the load quite a bit, 2 players. It's my preferred thing. But you can play 4, and when you get good at the game, you don't really lose survivors that frequently. So 3 can work. But yeah, I play it solo. I couldn't do it without this app. I kudos to people who can do it without the app. I'm not one of those people. So yes, so Tom, I think you understand now that you only are doomed if you're in darkness. So I had the opportunity to dash into darkness, but I elected to stay in the light so I could use that dodge. So yes, all right, tremendous. So that was his turn. That was Drifter's turn. Done. So let's go and move Prince to here. He can't attack. Yeah. So I'm then going to move her to here, and she's now in darkness. So she's going to attack. And she is 2 speed. She hits once. That is an awful card to get. Rotate the dial. Okay, well now I will dash with the artist formerly known as Prince to get to here. I have not played a lot of Spirit Island on the channel. I've played a few games of the app on the channel, but that's another game I much prefer at 2 players. It is an interesting design choice. This game is it's a wild look into someone's into someone's psyche. Crazy time. Okay, 1 hit. Really need you to be doing better. Okay, good news. We do have a critical hit location. We're not attacking from the light. We critical, gain a shadow tentacle, roll 1d10 if the result is equal to or less than your courage. We roll 10. It is not equal to or less than our courage. So, done. Done. Surge. Do we get the survival back? We do. We're all mad here, mate. Fuck, I do love Spirit Island. Okay, so that was another Qatar proficiency point. Good. So Buster Rhymes now. He's in a bad position because Drifter can't dash anymore. So Buster might be better off. Yeah, we don't need to be in the dark. We don't need to be in the darkness actually. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna move here, and I'm gonna attack with the Regal Edge. 1 hit. It's the death blow. We suffer -5 strength from attacking this location, but we still comfortably wound. That's a wound. He can't surge because of his stupid brain smog. So he'll then dash. And he'll dash into the darkness, which is here. Okay, unfortunately, we're about to trigger a solar flare unless this card is a mood card. So let's see. Remember, we are looking for Severed Tentacle. It's a mood, you legend, Deno. Cool, alright, we'll do that in a second. Let me just read what you said there. KDM as a role-playing game would be very, very interesting. Very interesting. Oh, I did, I criticaled, no. Okay, when this comes into play, perform basic action. When Solar Flare discards this card, the monster absorbs the color and gains a toughness token. Okay, so that is in play. Basic action is going to trigger. Basic action targets the furthest threat in darkness. So that is going to be here. So he's going to go like that. It's going to be a 4-speed attack on Buster Rhymes, but he has 4 evasion. So this is hitting on 8s. When the monster attacks us on a 6+, we can ignore a hit. Okay, so that's literally 1 hit. So we'll roll a dice for our fencing, and on a 6+, we ignore it. Come on, get out of here, dickhead. We fence away. Dodge. Very good. That has a knockback 12 attached to that, so it's good to have avoided that one. The app is called Scribe for KDM. It's available for both Apple and Android. There is a Discord for this app, which you can join, and the guy that does it is just the fucking best guy ever. His name's Taboo Bat, and I do not know how he has the time and the energy to do this. What a champion. The app is glorious. And I recently did a video explaining how to use it. I did an in-depth video that goes through everything you need to know about how to use this game app. Yeah, KDM role-playing game would be interesting tufting, because there is so much stuff that's subtextual in the game that isn't clearly spelled out. So it would be heavily reliant on having a cool DM. Okay, our turn. We didn't do a solar flare, so we are a chance here of killing this guy this turn, I reckon. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. All right, let's do Buster Rhymes first with the Regal Edge. 1 hit, that 9 hurts. Okay, well that 1 hurts. We critical. The monster's nervous system stutters for a moment. The attacker gains 1 courage. Very good. All survivors ignore first strike until the end of the attack. So, do I surge now with Brittany? Yes, we surge with Brittany. We ignore thingy until the end of the attack. So she's going to surge. Does she gain her survival back? She does. Oh. So she surged. She's swinging with the Qatar. Hits once. We're not attacking from the light. We critical. Done. Alright, so that's Buster Rhymes done. Hello, Slangers. This will be Drifter now. He'll move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's now in the darkness. And he will surge, or he'll swing rather, with Severing Twilight. It is a 3-speed attack that hits on a 6+. It is on my YouTube channel, yeah. Buster Rhymes is done. Hey, Ferenc Solomon. Shiro Stars is absolutely my favourite campaign. Bra Mithra and I did a ranking video, and Stars is my number 1, followed by Dreamkeeper, followed by Lantern, followed by Sun. So this is hitting on a 5+, this Severing Twilight. Lantern 10, 1 Lantern 10, 1 perfect hit. That's a shame. There's a Super Dense. We crit on 7, 8. That's an 8. Doesn't matter. Roll 1d10. If the result is less than or equal to your courage. What's your courage, Drifter? It's 2, damn. We gain a permanent accuracy. Let me just work out what his actual crit number was. It's 6, isn't it? Yeah, he's got 3 luck and he's deadly, so that's 6+. Contrast paints are my preferred option there, Slangers. I used the Express paints during the show and they were quite okay. But yeah, for me, Express paints are where it's at. He'll dash. He's just going to free dash around. There we go. Okay, we've got, we've got 3 wounds left to do. I am not going to do it this turn, but if I surge early next turn, we might be able to get it done. Let's see if we're able to do it. Brittany, 2 hits, Brittany, please. 2 misses. Brittany! Okay, well, Brittany will move now to here, and we're going to go with Fist and Tooth from this guy. Alright, Fist and Tooth, you reckon? How many luck has the artist formerly known as Prince got? Okay, so we're critting on 7s. This is a chance. We'll use Champion's Right on this attack. Oh, hang on a second. Has she got Champion's Right, Brittany? No. Okay. So these hit on a 2+. 2 hits. We're striking a strangely shaped appendage and light bending. We are not in the light, so we ignore that. So this one we need to roll a 9 to no, sorry, 9, 8, 7. It's like a 6. That'll do. Yeah. But it's not the bow, which is awful. I just think, so what I found with the Express paints was they just felt just a tiny little bit thicker. I don't know, I think the contrast paints just have this really nice fluidity. I feel like they're more saturated, more vibrant, and yeah, I think they dilute slightly better. it's very minuscule. Like, it's just a thing. When you're painting, sometimes you gravitate towards these things. I just felt like they were slightly better. So, fertility tentacle resource. Cool. And yes, I do agree with slangers that the correct approach is to pin them. This guy's going to dash around to here, and this guy's going to go to here. So that's 2 dashes. So 1 survival and 1 survival. Okay. So what we're going to try and do here is tag the monster in the middle of his next attack, his next AI card, and kill him on a surge, because it's next turn. So all of our survival actions come back in. This is a mood, so this comes into play and triggers basic action. So this is the basic action. On this flow, we're going to surge with Brittany, and we need to hit twice. That's a 1 and a 3. Brittany, you are a scumbag. Okay. The target that we will be attacking, though, is the same target, which is Buster. We are winning Valenthorn. We're winning quite comfortably, quite handily, I would say. So 4-speed attack hitting on 8s. Miss, miss, miss. Hit on a 6+. We fence. Ignore another hit. Fencing. Buster Rhymes is fencing away with his regal sword. What a champion! Alright, well now we should kill him pretty easily. Because that was a mood. That's even better. Alright, Buster Rhymes swings with the regal edge. Hits once. Not in the light. Can wound that. Oh, we could have wounded that location before as well, couldn't we? Yeah. 4 is what we need, so we're successful there. Buster Rhymes can't surge, so Brittany will swing. Brittany hits twice, including 2 perfect hits. Don't you trap me, guy. I knew you would do that. You suck. Oh, all survivors are doomed. A tentacle grabs the attacker. Place him in a free space in front of the monster. It power vomits a hot, streaky kaleidoscope of brilliant colours. Yeah, okay, cool. Archive destructible turret. Survivors in the vomit zone suffer 4 damage to 3 hit locations and gain the Black Blood survivor status card. Alright, that's just tragic. I'll do this angle a look cooler. So Brittany gets picked up and deposited in front of this guy. Bang. Both Brittany and Buster are going to cop these in the face. So they're going to suffer 4 damage to 3 hit locations. So Brittany, hand, boots, and waist. So, hand, 4 damage, 1 severe injury. Boots, she's fine. And waist, severe injury. Okay, so we've got 2 severe injuries here for Brittany. The first one is on her hands. So come on, Brittany. Have you got Unbreakable? Oh, Brittany. She rolls a Lantern 10. Brittany is knocked down from Lantern 10 on the hands. On the waist, Brittany follows up with a second Lantern 10. I'll be here all week. Try the veal. It's really good. Place all cards in the solo track in the discard pile and rotate this thing 90 degrees clockwise. So this is almost, yeah, cool. Okay, that's such a shit fucking card. And then Buster Rhymes. So Buster's hitting the body twice. Don't you... Oh, I've got to actually roll some other things for... And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So Buster's got a severe injury. And what was the other one? The waist. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Buster has got Unbreakable. So he rolls a Lantern 10 as well. 3 10s in a row. Totally cool and normal. Totally cool and normal. Everything is awesome. Fine. We now need to do 3 more wounds. So let's do Drifter. We need to get Drifter into a position to attack from the darkness. So we're going to dash with Drifter here, down to here. And this chick will dash to here. And then Drifter will swing. Hits twice. Come on, Drifter. Light speed. Oh. And a super dense. Okay. So we rotate the sundial, discard this card without attempting to wound. No problems. This one has a reflex which does perform basic action targeting the attacker, which sucks, but this is a deadly attack. So Drifter crits on a 6, that's a 4. It is a wound. Oh, we've got this Twilight Knives, haven't we? That's cool. I did. Well, my friend, Jamie has never beaten me in a game, and we have played at multiple events. Jamie Perkins and I are very well acquainted. There is actually a game of ours that we played at the Iron Gauntlet World Championships over at Seattle at Lock and Load. It's still on the internet. Here's Kador versus Mike Cricks in the semi-final. And it is a glorious victory for the big dog. I had about 3 minutes left on the clock. He had about 4 minutes. We were even on points. It was an incredible game. One of the best games I've ever played, and it's on film. It's so good. But there was actually a period in time where Jamie had never beaten an Australian player at War Machine. All right, we did do a wound. But Drifter didn't do a thing. Katanas can do it. Katanas can bypass light speed. Okay, Drifter can't surge, but he's about to get attacked. Jamie's a delight. He's a delightful man. So this got rotated to that, and then that's a miss, that's a miss, that's a hit, that's a hit. It's during the middle of our attack, so we can't dodge, but these attacks are just 2 damage apiece. So Drifter takes 2 to the hands and the body. Come on, Drifter. I was just saying before, Slangers, I was at one yesterday, knockback 12. And everyone was asking me the question, when are you coming back, Dano? When are you coming back? We can't wait, Dano. The big dog's got to come back. No, shan't be happening. Chris, this guy's going to dash to get to there, and we're just going to end our turn. She's going to surge in the midst of the AI card to win. I've played Infinity. My brother-in-law, the guy married to my sister, he's mad keen on Infinity, and we played a couple of games. I really liked it, but at the time I was heavily into War Machine, so I never got into it. But yeah, hey Daniel, there is a good scene, and it's one of the most impressive looking games on the table, and I love that cyberpunk aesthetic of the tables and stuff. So it's probably one I would like, but yeah. All right, we are going to attack. Brittany, surging. Come on, Brittany. All right, she definitely hits once. Yes. So we cancel the reflex, critting on a 3. It's a 4. It's a critical. This guy dies in the midst of his AI card, and we win the showdown without any losses. Come on. Drifter got a proficiency point with his... It's not actually a sword. It's a weapon, melee, 2-handed, finesse, lantern, order, other. It's not a sword. Classic. I think I've painted 1 Infinity model. What did you think of SETI, Daniel? What did you think of it? It didn't wow me. Like I love a Euro, and I was just not super engaged with it. To be fair, I played it solo, and I do think that solo is probably not the best version of the game. My friend Caleb and I played a 2-player game at CanCon, and I enjoyed it a little bit more. But yeah, it was just not a game that really impressed me that much, actually. So yeah. Ooh, a lot of cycloid scales, that's good. Plus these ones. 1000-year spun sunspot and 4 basics. We didn't defeat any shades, so we don't gain any courage. We don't have a level 3 Sunstalker defeated yet, so we're not going to do edged tonometry. Another perfect bone. Yeah, I just wasn't really loving SETI that much. And I do love a Euro. Like, I've got a lot of cool Euro games on my shelf that I play a lot of that I really enjoy. But yeah, that one is unfortunately not on the list. Anything on the timeline? Yeah, necrotoxic mistletoe. That sucks. I'm really angry about that. Okay, let's do our settlement event first, as we are required to do. I would like to paint Infinity. I like to paint anything. 1 to 5. So this one, we'll split it. 1 to 5 for this one. 3. I do actually have to do something that I just remembered. So I have to roll 3 dice for the 3 severe injuries I suffered. On a 9+, we gain a Parasite Queen resource. So the first one on Brittany. Nope. Second one on Brittany. Nope. Third one on Buster. No. Okay. Damn. That would have been cool. I've never played Monumental. Seen the models. Never played it. What did we roll? We rolled this one. Sure. How many dice are we rolling down? 1, 2. There has been a murder. How absolutely shithouse. Okay, do we still have our person with marrow hunger? We do. We have Missy Elliott. Okay, so here's one of the funny little idiosyncrasies of the game. This says, someone in the settlement has been murdered. The survivor with the highest hunt XP is the victim. They are dead. The murderer, the survivor without the highest insanity, was caught in the act and is awaiting punishment. But, marrow hunger. When the murder or Scully to settlements are drawn, this survivor is nominated. You get to decide what they're nominated for. You can decide for them to be nominated as the murderer or the murdered. Unfortunately, Missy Elliott is now murdered. No, not Missy. So there you go. But because our settlement principle is collective toil and everyone's scumbag and decided it was going to be collective toil, we need to roll a 7+ here. And this is the person with the highest insanity. So who has the highest insanity? That's one of the only safety nets you have in this game, and there's a very specific reason why that character stayed in my settlement with marrow hunger. But if that wasn't the case, then Brittany would have died, and the person who killed her would have been the artist. No, it would have been Queen. Oh my God, that would have been horrific. Queen's her partner. She would have been murdered by her husband. That's awful. Freddie Mercury, you're a bad man. Don't murder your wife, guys. We do have someone with otherworldly luck, and believe it or not, we get +1 on this table. Yeah, so we'll just roll and see what we get. It's always, I'll use the Parasite Queen dice. They're due a 9. That's a 10. How about that? So the murderer is sent into the darkness. They return with an Iron Strange resource and the Immortal Disorder. Okay, let's go. It is a high percentage, yeah, unfortunately. Not funny, really, but this game is a little bit uncomfortable at times. So the way I play the game is that's a settlement event that's one and done. So we will never have another murder in our settlement. That's not the way the game is supposed to be played, but it is the way that I play it because I like seeing a very broad variety of these cards. There's so many fun cards in here. And what you find is you just draw the same ones over and over again. So I like to see a different variety of them every campaign. So yeah, one and done. Cool. So we now have to do necrotoxic mistletoe. So this is a story event that happened when we crafted the Vespertine bow that our stupid guy can't even shoot anymore. And if you have a sculpture, you can get a really positive benefit out of this. We do not have a sculpture. All right, so the returning survivors feel their hearts lift and gain 5 survival. Nominate a health-conscious survivor. They check up on their friends. They gain a courage and an understanding. Who's health-conscious out of this group? It looks like the artist formerly known as Prince is our health-conscious person. How very good of them. 1 courage, 1 understanding. All returning survivors gain 5 survival, by the way. Don't think we need to worry about Drifter. We'll do Brittany. Here's a fun little combo as well. So Brittany's got secretive, which means every time she's a returning survivor, she has to skip the next hunt. But she's got this. She's got burning ambition. When you're required to skip the next hunt, ignore it. You always hunt. So she's not that secretive. On your Brittany. Okay, so we roll on this table. This is a health conscious survivor. So the artist formerly known as is going to roll on this table. We roll an 8. Yeah, see, this is so aggravating. If I get sculpture in this lantern year, there's going to be a riot in this house. With a heavy heart, 4 survivors infected, they are gained that we have -4 population. Oh, -4 population. We don't add the +1 here. So that's bad. Rihanna, see you later, Rihanna. Dead, no benefit of our death principle. Megan the Stallion, dead. Nothing for you. Hey, Zwex. Elton John's not too bad. Tchaikovsky's not too bad. Bob Marley doesn't have a character card, so we'll get rid of Bob Marley. Unlucky man. And last of all, James Brown's pretty good. ABBA. Jason Derulo. Alright, it's going to have to be one of these nuffies. Which one do I want more? The Versatile or the Bright Knives or Pink? Pink. See you later, Pink. Four survivors dead, no death principle benefits. That's a very punishing loss. If you have sculpture, it's only -2. And you get the Acanthus Doctor Secret Fighting Art, which is awesome. But not today. We do need some emergency love juice. Unfortunately, the love juices are looking a little bit light on right now. But I think we might have got enough. I think we might have actually got everything we need to craft the full set of sun thingies. That's a hide, an organ, and a bone. I'm going to use that perfect bone for my innovate. That's how much I don't care about perfect bones right now. And then we've got Sunstalker. So we've got a fertility tentacle. Very nice. We've got a sun shark fin. We've got a stink lung. We've got cycloid scales. We've got cycloid scales. We've got small sun teeth. We've got shadow tentacles. We've got cycloid scales. And we've got a black lens. We also gain the strange resource 1,000 year sunspots. And we got 2 salt from Drifter. I've got to find where it is. It's in my box somewhere. I've looked through my box recently and I couldn't find anything. Purple Orcs, are they still sneaky in Warhammer Fantasy? I don't know. But I will tell you something cool for everyone on this channel right now. I have a friend who's a sculptor, and he's a very, very good sculptor. And he and I are going to do a collaboration for my Orc diorama project. He's actually sculpting me an orc, and he's going to do a savage orc. He's going to do like a full savage orc guy. I'm fucking jazzed. How cool is that? That I'm going to have a unique sculpt on my diorama. My next diorama. Alright, Sky Reef Sanctuary. So a scale shoes requires sunstones. No, requires that and that. So let's change that to be a perfect bone. That's crazy, Deno. The skirt requires cycloid scales, huge sun teeth. No, what do you require? 1 cycloid scales. Okay, I think I've got another hide, don't I? Ah, what's the other hide? Okay, so I'll take that and I'll drop that. Does this mean I can't craft the other one now? Or did I fix it? I fixed it! Yes! Cool. I'm gonna use that. There we go. So we've got a full cycloid armor set. Can we make a denticle axe? Ooh, that's interesting. Denticle axes are very good. It's gonna be a big skull gate, like Castle Grayskull type of vibes, I think. I don't think we'll go for a portal. I've kind of done the portal. See ya, apprendre la peinture figures. Bonjour. Have a great day. I'm guessing you're French. A denticle axe is a pretty banging weapon. When attacking from the blind spot, the attack gains +2 strength, and the first successful wound attempt gains devastating 1. Devastating 1 is pretty damn good. Alright, we'll worry about that in a second. We're going to innovate, first of all. And watch as I roll sculpture from my innovation deck. Guaranteed. Let's put money on it, shall we? 1, 2, I've rolled Nightmare Training so many times. 3. Oh, I thought that was sculpture there. Alright, Nightmare Training. We take Nightmare Training. Shrine's actually probably a good one. Storytelling is good for the survival limit. Nightmare Training. We'll take Nightmare Training. It's a terminal innovation. That makes me feel better that we didn't flip it. Still got 15 survivors, so that's nice. We don't have to worry about population at all. A harvester will hurt us, so let's hope that doesn't happen. Buster Rhymes is going to go and do Petal Spiral, and we're going to have our first constellation because we are going to achieve Weapon Mastery. So on a 6+, we will achieve Weapon Mastery. So our first Petal Spiral is a 2. Our second Petal Spiral is a 4. Our third Petal Spiral is a 4. Our fourth Petal Spiral is a 6. Jeepers. 4 endeavors on a 50-50. That sucks. Alright, but Buster Rhymes has achieved Weapon Mastery Sword. Ba-ba! So that's awesome. So we get to choose which one of these 2 constellations we become. We can either become, yeah, that was me rolling like Jay. We can either become a storm or a sculptor. So sculptor or storm. We do also have to do something else. We have to do the stupid faces in the sky thing. Or whatever it's called. Faces in the sky. If a survivor gains more than 1 constellation at once, choose 1. The survivor may gain 1 constellation. Choose 1. Consume sins. Remove all permanent injuries and gain the Vestophobia disorder. Or Remove all disorders and suffer the broken jaw, severe head injury. The disorders he has is brain smog, monster panic, and destined. We are ditching all of those. Thank you very much. And we will take a broken jaw. What's it called? Where is it? Broken rib, broken leg. Is it destroyed jaw? What's destroyed tooth? What? Shattered jaw. Thank you. All right. So the two choices are destined, one permanent speed, and the following ability, Heart of the Sword. It's got to be that one, surely. This is great too, though. You find your likeness and you skillfully extract it. They gain Unbreakable, lose their surname and scar, Limb Maker. Oof. I think the sword is the right call. He gets 2 speed and he becomes a weapon proficiency animal. And this guy has rolled ageless, so he doesn't actually have to worry about ever disappearing. We can just turn him into an iron collecting, weapon master gathering deliciousness. Unless, of course, we roll Harvester, in which case he dies. Gain the Destined Disorder, 1 permanent speed, and the Heart of the Sword ability. Our first people of the stars! Okay, I will think about that. What's the time? It's nearing 8 o'clock. Do we want to do another one, or we just want to maybe tweak around with some gear grids for a little bit? Let's just do some gear grids and see how we're feeling. Because we have got the full cycloid set now, which means we can do some very fun stuff with cycloid scale armor. And we have to decide if we want to craft this denticle axe as well. Denticle axe is very, very good. Okay, drag investments we can ditch. Flower Knight badge. We need to keep the cello. Let's see. See ya, Jim. Muse and Meatloaf. Fantastic, mate. I will definitely be using both of those if we have any babies this year. I do actually have this cleaver, which is a very good one. Yeah, here's my thing. So we've got Shadow Cleaver, which needs a Shadow Ink land and a Stink land, but Suppressed Shadow is the hardest part of that. I don't even know if we can get a Suppressed Shadow. Serpent Fang requires a perfect organ, which we don't have yet. Armorsmith Tongs, we need a perfect organ. Seeker Lantern we can't do because we don't have Stalwart. That we can't do because we don't have a Hooded Knight. Plated Shield, no. Refined Lantern Axe, we don't have a Blacksmith. Yarn Gripper, no. The only ones that's good is this Shadow Cleaver, and that's a hard one to craft. So, the weapon is the final piece of this puzzle, but we probably don't need this Monster Tooth necklace anymore. We can ditch that because everything in this grid is colourful. So we'll just call this cycloid. Give them the cycloid armor. So this armor is the best armor in the game, in my opinion, because it gives you this rule: prismatic. Your complete affinities and incomplete affinity halves count as all colors. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 color grids, or 5 of complete affinities. They are all red, green, and blue. So we have all of those. How very, very cool. Completely busted. He's actually not, but it does feel very, very strong when you play with it, because you can basically activate anything. Is that the trade-off of having a very low armor? Yeah, Lucky Cat Fang Knife would be awesome, actually. A couple of babies would get that, will get us some more, which could be good. Cyclid Cell Skirt. Okay, so when you depart, you gain 5 survival because we have 5 blue affinities. Crazy. When you shadow walk, you gain sharp for your attack, so we want to use a weapon that is not sharp. Cycloid scale things. If you are not a threat, that's crazy. Luck token, when you depart, and when you move, you gain an evasion until your next act. It's wild times. What do we want to put there that's sharp? We want to put a deadly weapon there, I reckon. A deadly weapon. So we don't need the Flower Knight badge anymore. So do we try and hold off for this Shadow Cleaver? Or do we take this Denticle Axe? That's strong. That Denticle Axe is strong. And it's activated pretty much guaranteed. Hey, Shadow Price. The instrument gameplay is actually pretty good. So this Rawhide Drum, being able to encourage everyone, there's a lot of combos we can go into that with, and that's pretty interesting. This instrument sucks, so maybe we go for a level 3 Smoggos now, actually. That could be cool. So yeah, if we give up the Scleaver plan for now, we just craft this Denticle Axe, and then we go for axes. Yep, I think we're going to do that. Hey, Bailiwick! That requires a bone, an iron, 1,000-year sunspot, a black lens, and a salt. That is a tough weapon to craft. Very happy to have crafted that. Denticle Axe. Oh my god, I just realised I've painted the fat guy. Yes, he's got a Denticle Axe. Oh, I've got to use him. That's Buster Rhymes. Yeah. Oh no, I'm dropping models. Stop dropping models down you pillock. Look at this. This is the big fat guy, and he's wielding 2 Denticle Axes. So that's Buster Rhymes. My man. Yeah, Buster Rhymes, tough guy. Buster Rhymes is the correct approach for this gear grid because he has iridescent hide. So this is a fantastic gear grid for him. So we probably do this to here, and we replace this with the Denticle Axe. That's a good axe, actually. And so then we'll change his weapon proficiency to be axe, and he will go all the way down to 0. But he gets 4 weapon proficiency points when he does a hunt. Crazy. Have I got a zoom set up there? I don't think I have, but I can do this. Cool. So this is such an interesting gear grid. So the weapon, the armor set bonus is all of your affinities counters all colors. So this basically says if you have a blue puzzle piece and a blue and a red, you're fine. This counts as a blue. So this is the blue puzzle piece, and this is a blue, and this is a red. So this is activated in this spot. It's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're all sweet. The cello goes there, that's fine. So the Flower Knight badge or something else. Drag investments we don't need. Yeah, so let's go the Flower Knight badge. Chris, it's a good question. Early on, paired is a lot of fun because you're rolling lots of dice. Then you get a little bit better at the game and you think to yourself, paired is bad because you're rolling lots of dice and it means you'll draw the trap. But then as you get on later in the game and you get better, you realize that paired is good. There's nothing wrong with the trap. And it's actually the reactions that are the real problem. But there's ways that you can sometimes mitigate those reactions with good daggers. So the answer to your question is yes, but situationally. There is quite a few pieces of dagger support that make daggers worthwhile. Paired daggers, I prefer paired katars because paired katars give you a ability to cancel a reaction when you get katar spec. So could just plop a monster grease there. Okay, so we get 1 luck from the lucky charm. We get 2 evasion. 1 is from the Flower Knight badge, and 1 is from the thing. We get 1 accuracy. We're no longer gaining the 2 strength, but the Denticle Axe is strength 9 plus sharp, and it's actually strength 11 and sharp with devastating. Oh, that is good. That is good. So yeah, Buster Rhymes is the man. We don't want him to die. Brittany's definitely going to go out as well. But now that I don't need a second thing, a second sunspot, we probably go for level 3 Smoggos now, I think. Level 3 Smoggos will get us a instrument weapon that would be cool, hopefully. Yep, okay, we'll go level 3 Smogs. So we probably won't do that tonight, but I will set everything up and prepare for that. That was an interesting showdown. Sunstalker's great. What a cool guy. I've got pretty much everything I need for the final showdown right now. Katars are, I think, the best weapon type for you to go for early on in your gaming career with Kingdom Death, because when you become a Katar specialist, the first chosen hit location, you cancel the reaction. And that is incredibly good. If you have a low speed weapon, you basically don't have to have any reactions. And Katars generally are deadly, which means you tend to get a lot of crits, which means you get a lot of resources, which means you get a lot more gear, which is the snowball effect that you want. Yeah, the scout daggers are crazy. Grimjaw, Reaper Jaw, so many good scout daggers, and yeah. So generally I have Scout, Dagger Master. I like to go for an axe. I like to go for a bow. I like to mix it up. I play lots of them. It depends. It depends. It depends on the thing. You can always run a shield even if you do have paired katars. Keep in mind you don't need to have only 2 weapons in your grid. Another little idiosyncrasy with this game. But I do tend to agree with you, Bailiwick. I've actually come around on scouts though. Scouts make the game easier. Absolutely, definitely, concrete fact. But they also add so much flavour to the world. scout discoveries. The different things that you can get from the scout discoveries are so interesting. The scout hunt events are pretty cool. Yeah, I tend to like them quite a lot. So we want to send out Björk so she can upgrade her Visionaries Circlet. Where is the Death Drifter? So he has gained another level in the dashing ability. So let's send out Alice in Chains because she's got Frozen Star. So we want to try and get her Iridescent Hide and reincarnated maybe. It does feel sometimes like you're putting the game on easy mode, yes. Jason Derulo, why have you not come out for a while? Let's bring out Jason Derulo. I think he might have got disemboweled, actually. Jason Derulo! So I want a lot of innate evasion, yes. So Bjork, Hemophobia, Iridescent Hide, okay. So this is my Iridescent Hide survivor, almost certainly. Almost certainly here. We're not having those. We're going for Smogs actually, so we can go for this Monster Grease layout. Bandages, no, they're down. Okay, Bjork has the Visionary Circlet. Yep. So we're going to ditch that. That's gone. This will be a copy. Call this Bjork Leather. Okay. So what weapon are you using, Bjork? Are you a sword? You are a sword. All right, so that's good. We'll Regal Edge you. It's our second good weapon, so we're fine with that. We'll Leather Cuirass, which means we can't get the Whisker Harp online. So we're not going to use a Lucky Charm there. But we have the Anointed Headband on her, don't we? Oh man, that gets us a luck. Ooh, we can do that. And then we can put a luck charm, but then we don't have an instrument. Okay. Well, that sucks. Yep. We don't have any blues there, Deno. Oh. It's either blue or red. Okay, hang on. Is there an instrument that I could switch out there? Ooh, we could go rawhide drum up the top. No. The cello. I could put the cello in there. All right, let's do that. Cello there. A cello. The reason I'm looking for 3 colours here, I want a red, a blue, and a green, is because she has Iridescent Hide, so she gains +1 armour from the 3 different affinity colours. Best expansion, oh, that's a really good question because Screaming God has rocketed up my rankings very, very highly. I do think that the best expansion for the majority of players is the Frog Dog. And this is my methodology because you just engage with the content as a player more frequently than anything else. You know, it's a node 1 monster, so you are going to have a lot more opportunities to interact with the game than many others. So for me, it's the best one. Yeah, Froggo. But all of the post GC expansions, I could probably make a case for those as being the best. So Red Witches, Pariah, Black Knight, Frog Dog, Screaming God. I could make a case for all 4 of those, or 5 of those, as being the best expansion. They're that good. Screaming God is probably my new favorite of those 5 because of the additional Node 4 content that it adds. Your only other Node 4 options are King and Dung Beetle Knight. Dung Beetle Knight's obviously great, but yeah, having another Node 4 that sits at a nice level is really good. He's hard, but he's not impossible, whereas the King at level 3 is just stupid, but his gear warps the game. And Parasite Queen's such a great expansion to add on top of that, to give you a really fun challenge to end a campaign with. Black Knight does so much stuff. It's the only other Node 3 Nemesis, replacing the hand, doing a lot of fun stuff. Really, really good. And it's got some of the coolest lore. So that's great. Red Witches and Pariah both, especially played together, just change the game in a really fundamental way. It's awesome, like really awesome. Everybody's looking for love. Whoa. So we'll make this the cello. Yeah, that's a totally fair thing to do. And this is the headband. Yeah. I'll just put the Celestial Spear there. So it will register as a blue up, but it's actually the Anointed Headband. Cool. Okay, so that's good. So she's getting 2 evasion from that. She's getting 2 departure on survival, 2 insanity on departure. She does not have a constellation, so she's only going to be 1 speed with the Regal Edge. That's a shame. But she is rocking 7 armor at all locations. Glorious. Carcass, if I could provide a very small opinion that you can completely ignore, I would go Screaming God before you go King. Screaming God is, it sits at just a power level, just like a little way below King, but still feels so incredibly fun to play with. And it still feels like the game has challenges and doesn't warp around it. The King is just, it's amazing, but what your whole campaign becomes the King. You only ever fight the King, because King gear trivializes every other fight in the game except for a King. So you basically fight the King for the very first time, and it's an incredible fight, don't get me wrong, it's wild. But then all you do for the rest of the campaign is fight Kings. And then you get the Nemesis 3 node monsters rock up, and you fight them with King gear, and you just absolutely trounce them. So it just devalues other aspects of the game, that late part of the game. He's fine. He's fun. But I think Screaming God is phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. So what are we putting? What are we putting on you, Buster? So you're not going to have a Vespertine cello anymore. So you need a new musical instrument, my friend. What musical instrument? A whisker harp, you say? Strum diddly dum dum, strum strum. Okay, so I think we can actually do this and this. And then we can go this and this and this. So that gets us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nice. Flower Knight badge goes here, that goes here. This goes here. And this is a whisker harp. Cool. So 2 evasion, yes. 1 luck, yes. Ooh, speaking of, Bjork. Oh, yeah, don't stress, mate. And it's yeah, I don't want you to think the king's bad. It's not bad. It's wild. You'll have the most amazing time learning that expansion. But when you've played it, you'll see. You'll see what I mean. You'll get the gear and you'll get the armor and you'll be like, what the fuck is this? So the armor's like 12 armor, I think, at all locations. It's just crazy. It might even be 15. It might just be 15. It's ridiculous. Cool, yeah, so that anointed headband gains 1 accuracy and 1 luck. Cool. Can you believe she got burning ambition, hemophobia? What other expansions would I use with Screaming God? Yes, I would use the Antelope. The Antelope has some really neat interactions with the Screaming God, which is cool. We'll go Smoggo's level 3. And Jason Derulo. I do like, well, I've only ever experienced it with Dragon King. So I did, my first one was Screaming Antelope, Nucleope, Dragon King, and Screaming God. And that was really fun. Really fun. Let's be Identical Axe guy. Bjork. Here. So that's good. Vespertine Cello goes there. That was a good selection. But the Screaming God is quite agnostic campaign. Oh, thanks again, JJ. Stop it. Stop it. Keep your money, friend. Buy some toys. The thing about that Black Friday mentality, like, we don't know what everyone's financial situation is, mate. I don't know. You know, people might be living week to week, and Black Friday is something that for them is the only time they can afford to buy Kingdom Death. Maybe that's where their recommendations come from. For me, I am in agreement. I don't wait till Black Friday to buy stuff. If something comes out, I buy it because I want to play with it. And you just don't know what your situation will be like in the 3 or 4 months down the track when Black Friday rolls around. You may have lost enjoyment, you may have lost time. I'd rather have something during the time when I'm excited about it and then play with it. That's my thought process, same as EWEX. But yeah, I don't begrudge people waiting for Black Friday and holding off till to get a discount, because it is a horrifically expensive game. Horrifically expensive. Yellow Survivor. Okay, so I think this makes sense for the survivors that we have. Alice in Chains. Yeah. Frozen Star. Agreed. Yes, agreed. So we're not going to have a sleeping virus flower there. But bandages are always good. Is that Lion Beast guitar enough? Is that enough right now? Alice in Chains. I really need a better guitar. Okay. I should also really make a leather shield. We might try and have 2 babies. That's true, Swift. That's true. Exchange rates can be bad. There's lots of reasons. So yeah, I don't begrudge anyone the decision that's right for them. Good for you. Do what is right for you. I support it. I just want more people to enjoy the cool game that we have here. It's fun. Very, very fun game. It's especially fun when you have all of your toys painted. I will bust people's chops for not having painted toys. That one you can guarantee. So yeah, I don't care when you buy your models, but if you play with your models unpainted, you're dead to me. That is the real secret sauce to my successful dice rolling. It is the fact that all of my figures are painted. And that is it. There is nothing else. My guys roll well because they know that if they don't, they'll get put in a vat and stripped. All right, Alice in Chains. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about Alice. That doesn't look like enough armor to me. So only one evasion, innately. Otherworldly luck, champion's right. Yeah, that's rough. I really need her to be better survived than that. So Jason's Rulo's got the bow. Does that mean we are going to switch the Vespertine bow over here? Champion's right, otherworldly luck, unbreakable. Yeah, this guy is our new rawhide bow because he's got watched, so he's going to get +1 at all hit locations. Yes, okay. So we're going to switch here. Bang, bang. Going to move both of these. And she's going to rock. Thanks, Bailiwick. Yeah, I'll be closing up shortly, mate, so you're not missing too much. I'm just going to tweak around with these little things again. What is this gear? Oh, this is iridescent. Yep, so we'll call this singing guitar. Okay. So we're going to ditch both of those. So this and this and this are out of this grid. This is here, which means we do have the full thing there. If we put the rawhide drum, if we have that, that's all perfect. We have 3 colors just in case, and we can fit the arrow there. Perfect. That's all good. So here we can do the energy drum, which will activate blues just in case we need it. So we just need a weapon there. We'll go bandages here. Oh, that's nice too. That activates that. That's fun. Don't think we can take, I mean, we could take Celestial Spear, but it's not really worth it. The guitars are better, maybe. A deadly Hasbro. Instrument, 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 instrument. Rock and roll. Singing boots, singing gloves, lock charm, bandages. You always need bandages on a hunt. There's a few hunt events that can be quite critical if you don't have bandages. Some Lion Beast guitars, which are nice. And then this energy drum will go here. That's not a great instrument. I have not used that instrument once. We're going to gain 1 luck from that, and we're going to gain nothing else. No departing bonuses. Yeah, Swifty, it's funny how the hobby works sometimes, isn't it? I go through phases. I go through phases where I play the game a lot more, or then I play, paint the models a lot more, so just have fun. Just enjoy life. It's crazy. And yeah, try not to let too many other people's opinions influence your enjoyment. Okay, that's a good gear grid. We get 1 luck, we get 1 evasion, we get 2 survival on departure. Very good. It's possibly the best part about this game, I think, the gear grid affinity. And Fen writes a lot of articles about this game, and one of the most truthful things that they write is that the gear grid affinity is like the best part of the game, and no one has copied that component of it. It's crazy. I haven't painted my Gloomhaven. Actually, I painted 2 of the characters, but I haven't painted anything else. I should paint it. All right, I think we are set to go. This is pretty damn good. If instead of this Vespertine arrow, I went with Dragon Vestments, that gives me an extra armor at all locations. Does that feel better than 2 critical wounds? It probably does, you know? It probably does, because we don't have any innate luck. So I'm going to put the Dragon Vestments on there, and that'll get me an extra 1. I have a rule on the channel. I generally only play on the channel with painted figures. I have broken that rule a couple of times. I'm okay with my decision to break that rule, but I do love playing with fully painted models, and you'll never see a Kingdom Death campaign without fully painted figures. My Kingdoms Forlorn is ready to go also. It should be 4 armor. Yeah, okay. 4 armor on Jason Derulo is good. His dragon trait situation is we're looking for Pristine and 9 Courage or Frozen Star. Unlikely to get that. He's actually Insanity 0 because of the Destined disorder. He did not go out on a hunt. Alice in Chains, Otherworldly Luck Champions, right, she has got Frozen Star. So we're looking for Iridescent Hide and Reincarnated for her is probably her best path. It's not going to be easy for her to get reincarnated. She'll have to get that from the Tyrants. And killing the guy, Iridescent Hide. So yeah, she'll need to get the Tyrant, fight, and kill him. That doesn't happen until Lantern Year 19, does it? Yeah. Can I Heart Flute the Tyrant? Is that a thing I can do? You can't wreck it, mate. The worst thing that you have to do is strip it and start again. Do I? I'm pretty sure I took Heart Flute, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Sharp note. I had a special showdown. Select any Nemesis monster. You cannot endeavor here again this phase. I can actually fight the Tyrant, can't I? It'd be a level 3 hunt. Timberwolf will know the answer to this if Timberwolf is still listening. Can I Heart Flute the Tyrant? Furthermore, a settlement cannot choose to face the Tyrant via a special showdown, such as by using the Heart Flute. There you go. You can't. Okay, Buster Rhymes, Dentical Axe. He's crazy. Look at this guy's stats. His Dentical Axe is 4 speed. He hits on a 6 plus. He's got Fated Blow to gain +2 strength and devastating. And then he's got +2 strength and devastating on the Dentical Axe when attacking from the blind spot. So he can do 4 wounds from 2 attack rolls. And he'll be wounding on a 2 plus. And he's going to be critting on all sorts of crazy stuff. The Dentical Axe has Sharp. He is an animal. He is an absolute animal. Dentical axe, baby. I like that. He's already basically maxed out every constellation. If he gets pristine and 9 courage, he's a reaper and a gambler, sculptor. What a legend. He'll definitely get killed by Harvester. Buster Rhymes. Björk. Yeah, I don't need to worry about weapon proficiencies now that I've got a Storm, because every 2 hunts, this Ageless Storm guy is going to add a new weapon proficiency, so I just need to keep him alive. Cool. All right, friends, I'm going to tweak off, so we will be back, not tomorrow night, Thursday night, I think, is the next night I play. Tuesday nights is board games with my boys. Don't know what we're playing tomorrow. If we have 4, I'll try and convince everyone to play something a little bit more Euro-ish. We haven't played Covenant or Recall in a while. They might be on the cards. If we have 5, I'm definitely going to play Grim Coven. So that'll be neat. And if we have 3 or 2, I might recommend something else. But anyway, thank you all. Have a wonderful week. And I'll be back on Thursday to continue the campaign. If I get some time at a non-appropriate time to stream, I might record a game. Might record a Lantern Year, but we'll see how that goes. There's no rush on this campaign. I'm just enjoying another wonderful People of the Stars playthrough. So have an amazing rest of your week.